Hi guys, welcome to this CapCut tutorial. This is a full CapCut tutorial that is going to teach you how to use CapCut from start to finish. What this video is going to do is teach you the basics of using CapCut, from arranging your files, organizing your files, to adding text and videos, and adding effects to your text and videos, collaborating your files and then adding lots files, doing animations with keyframes, and then exporting your files ready for social media. So make sure that you practice all of the exercises of all the lessons that you are going to learn. That would be the best way for YouTube benefits from this tutorial. So let's go. Hi guys, in this video, I'm going to be teaching you to understand CapCut interface if you are new to using CapCut. This is the video you need to watch to teach you how to use the CapCut interface. CapCut interface is relatively easy to use compared to regular mainstream video editing software like Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, and Movie Maker. The CapCut interface is very simple to use. So if you are opening up CapCut for the first time, this is the screen you are going to see. It has 4 major panels. On the left side is a media library panel. This is where your imported files will show up. So if you import a video on an image file or GIF file, for CapCut this is where it's going to show. In the middle library panel, as you can see, I have a video that has been imported already, and this is where it shows up. I'm going to teach you how to import a video file in the next video. And then on your right side, we have the effects panel. So if you added a video to your video timeline by simply dragging it and dropping it, and you clicked on it, on your right side is where you are going to see the properties of your video and how to make changes to them. In the center here is your video viewport. You use it for your video playback. So if you already put the video and you want to watch your video playback, or you add an effect, or you add the text effect, this is where you are going to watch all the magic. You just need to click play and you see a video playing. At the bottom here is the video timeline. This is where you make your video edits. All your video edits will be added on the video timeline. All your video edits will be made on the video timeline and stitched together. So if you have multiple videos or multiple photos and images that you want to edit in CapCut, it will be done in the video timeline at the bottom of your screen. And there are 2 extra panels that I need to talk about. On the top left, you have the video arm adjustment. So you see some buttons, and these are all elements that you can add to your videos to make it easier. Unlike conventional video editing software, CapCut is relatively easy because of features like this. If you click on the audio icon here, you can add PI-made audio sounds from the CapCut library. CapCut has a library of audio sounds for creators and editors to add to their videos easily. You don't need to go online to search for video and audio sounds. You can add them directly from CapCut to the Audio tab. Then you can add text, then the stickers. That defects further down with the video. I'm going to teach you people how to add and use all of these elements in CapCut. On the top right is the export panel. You can export your file when you're doing anything. You can click on export and export it to your PC, to your local PC drive, or you can share it to your friends or teammates if you're collaborating on CapCut. And then CapCut has added feature. Here is called shortcuts. Is going to show you the different shortcuts to speed up your workflow. You don't have to look for tools. You can just press keyboard shortcut on your keyboard, and then you will give you access to it too. So take your time and go to this shortcut sheet. And it's going to teach you how to speed up your workflow. Now I'm going to teach you how to add your video effect, video files, and then do a proper edit in the next video. So if you open up CapCut, you are going to see on the left side the Media Library panel, and if you click on Import, there's a plus icon here. You click on Import. You can simply go to where your files are saved. And then open it up. And then it's going to show on CapCut. There's another way to do this. You can open up your file manager like so. Go to where you have your media files, and then you click and drag to add it to CapCut. So as you can see, you have imported two video files to CapCut, ready for edited. If you are looking to look at your media library files, go to the right hand side of CapCut, and then click on Import. And then you're going to see your files. If you've already added a video file, and you want to import more, you can just go to your file manager, drag and drop to add file to CapCut. Or you click on this import icon here. Go to the folder where your video file saves, then you click Import Open to import. So you know my previous video, I showed us how to import video files to CapCut. Now you have your video files imported and you want to sort them in order. So let's say you have a video project, and then the video has an intro, the main video, and then an outro. I'm going to show you how to organize your media files in CapCut so that you can sort through them easily. So go to your media panel, right click, and then you're going to see New Folder. Click on New Folder, and then a folder will be automatically created. Now that you have a folder, you can rename this folder with any name. And then you can drag and add video files to your folder. So as you can see, I have added a video to my folder. So if you add a video to your folder and you want to go back, you're going to see the hierarchy. You see all, and then you see folder. So you can go back, and then you can right click on your folder. To rename it, I can rename this folder Intro. So all your video files that has the intro of your video project can be stored in the intro folder. All your media files, so let's say we want to add this picture to our intro folder. Just click it with your left mouse button and drag it. Then add it to your intro folder. Also, if you want to create multiple folders, you can simply do that by right-clicking on your media library panel and adding a new folder if folder be created. Then you can right-click and rename it into any name that you want. Like you can see I have done, then you click Save. Now you have folders. You can now add multiple media files, videos, images to your folders. This way, you can keep your project panel organized through. You know where to find your videos when you need them. Layering clips in CapCut I want is one of the simplest things to do. Alright, so if you want to layer clips for your editing, let's say you have a couple of videos or images in your media library that you want to edit, and you want to layer them or arrange them from start to finish. All you have to simply do is go to where you have your video and image files. And for this example, we have 3 video files. So you simply drag and drop to your video timeline. Alright, so let's drag our first video and we drop. You see, then we drag our second video. Let's see, at the 10 minutes 10 second mark, we want to add another video. We drop. And then let's see at the 15-second mark. We want to add another video until we go to 15 seconds. We drag our new video and we add it there, alright. Okay, so let's say I did 25-second mark. We want to add an image, so go to change 5 seconds. drag our image and then add it to our timeline. Okay, so if you see from start to finish how the videos are arranged, they are all going to play in the order at which they arrange. So the videos or images or your video files are stacked on top of each other, depending on the order which you place them or the order which you added them to your timeline. So you have our first video at the 10-second mark. We have a second video at the 15-second mark. We have our third video. And then at the 25-second mark, we have an image or right. So this is how you layer. You know clips or images inside of CapCut. Let's say, for example, you wanted to add a text. Go to the text icon and click a text or right. Click on this default text and then drag it to your timeline. So adding clips or stuff to your CapCut. Video timeline is as simple as just dragging whatever it is you want to add. Let's say a transition. Go to your transition tab and then click on the transition and add it in between two clips. Alright, we don't have two clips facing each other, so we are going to skip that. Unless you want to add a sticker. So just go to your sticker tab, click on the sticker and add it to your timeline. See automatically your sticker being added. If you want to cut, split or trim videos on CapCut, I'm going to show you how. It is very easy to do on CapCut. So go to your video file, go to your media library panel, click on the video that you want to import, and then add it. Click it, drag and add it to your video timeline. So we want to change this video. You can go to any part of the video. So let's go to this part where the bed flies away. Right, and then where it comes back. So that the bird flies away at around this point. So let's say we want to trim this video at this point. So we just go to the top of our video timeline. And then this reverse facing brackets. You can just click on split. And as you can see, our video split it into two. And then let's go to where the bed reappears on the screen. So it comes back at around this point. So we are also going to go there, click on split. And he's going to split. So the video that we have in between, you can just right click on your video and click on delete is going to delete. Or you click on delete on your keyboard and the video deletes. So if you see the video now, the part where the bed flew away has been trimmed or cut from the video. Also, if you wanted to trim a video from the end, you can also move your cursor to the end of the video and drag to the left. You can also reduce the length of your clip by trimming from the end. So click on the video. You are going to see this bracket, and then you drag to the left. So let us talk about aspect issues in CapCut. Move your playhead to any part of the video. Click on this reverse within icon. It will show you splits, then you click on splits. Also, you can use the keyboard shortcut by pressing B on your keyboard and is going to show you this razor icon. Then move the razor icon to any part of your clip. Then select it is going to split. So you can use this icon to split multiple sections of your video. As you can see. So that is how to cut, trim or split videos inside of CapCut. What is an aspect ratio? An aspect ratio of a video is the ratio of his width to his height. So let's see, we have a landscape video. What is the aspect ratio of this video? What that would mean is, what is the ratio of the width of this video compared to his height? All right. So it's very simple aspect ratios. Adjust the ratio of the weight of a video compared to the height. And in CapCut there are different width that there is. I'm going to show you how. to change the aspect ratio of a video. So let's say you imported this video, and this video has a 16:9 aspect ratio, which is in landscape. And you wanted to resize it to a vertical size video, which is 9:16. There's actually a tab, or there's a button. CapCut that when you click, it is going to show you the different aspect ratios of a video that you want to resize to. So come to your video view part and click on this ratio. So, you see how it shows you the different aspect ratios? For videos so 16:9, we have 4:3. Then we have 2:1. Then we have 3:4 and 9:16, alright. So let's say we want to change our 16:9 video, which is landscape, to 9:16, which is vertical, so just go and click on 9:00, alright. Okay, let's see. We want to change it from 16:9 to 3:4, alright. So we go to 3:4 and we click it. Then we see that our video view part automatically resizes to 3:4. It is not going to affect the size of our video yet. So all we have to do is stretch out the video so that it views up the view part and eliminate this black area. So come to the edge of your video and you click and you drag your video to resize it to the size of the view pods. Understand that whatever is the size of your view pods, when you export your video from CapCut, this will be the final size of your video, alright. So whatever the size of your viewport is, when you export a video from CapCut, this will be the final size of your video. As you can see, we have resized our video from 16:9 to 3:4. So let's try 9:16. So click on the aspect ratio button, and then come to 9:16. Click 9:16, 9:16 video sizes. Video sizes that fit for Instagram, TikTok, and other social media platforms. So now, all we have to do is click at the edge of our video and resize it to fill up the size of our viewport. If you want to return it back to the original size, you can quickly press Ctrl Z to undo every change that you have made, or come back to the original size and click back at original. When you click original, it's going to take back the video size to original viewport size, alright. When you see your video in the size and you cannot see the edges of your video, to pull back to the original size, don't worry, go to the Effects tab of your video and you see this skill bar. Click on the skill bar and drag it down to scale your video, alright. And if you are wondering what was the original size of your video and you don't know there is this percentage tab, you know the original size of your video is 100%. So go to 100%. Go to the percentage right now is 71. And then you type in 100. It's automatically going to resize your video back to the original size. Okay, so right now, I'm going to show you some shortcuts and settings that you can use to speed up your CapCut workflow, you know. Sometimes it's important that you know shortcuts to several settings or to several tools in your software so that you know you don't have to waste a lot of time trying to click through everything. So, the first thing I want to show you is how to zoom in to your timeline, you know, without using the zoom slider here. At the top right of your video timeline, you can simply hold down Control. You can simply hold down Control on your keyboard and then use your mouse scroll view too to zoom in into your video timeline. As you can see, so hold down Control. Use your mouse scroll view to either zoom in or out. Alright, and if you want to, and also, if you are inside your expanded video timeline and you want to go to the right or the left, you don't have to use the slider at the bottom of your screen. You can simply hold Alt to slide either to the left or to the right with your mouse. Screw view, okay. Also, if you want to learn how to, if you want to split a video, you know you can use the BB. B key on your keyboard stands for split. You can use it to split multiple sections at once without always moving your playhead. Alright, and also to undo a move that you've already done. You click on Ctrl Z. Let's say you split a video in a way you didn't like. You can always use Ctrl Z to undo it, or let's see. Maybe you want to go back to a change that you once did. You can use click on Ctrl Shift and Z. If you are using a mark, Command Shift and Z. If you are using a mark, if you want to undo any command or an action that you need, you can use Command and Z. If you're using a MacBook, if you want to redo that action, you can use Command Shift and Z. OK. And the select tool in CapCut is E. If you click on E, you can use it to select and make your cleans and your drags. You know, inside of CapCut. So there's also a function or a tab that you can click in CapCut. That would automatically show you all of the shortcuts that are available for you to use in CapCut. To go to your top right, the top right section of CapCut, click on Shortcuts, and then CapCut will automatically show you all of the shortcuts that are available for you. You can go through them and study them, so that it will make your workflow easier. Learning shortcuts on how to navigate or have access to several tools in your software would always improve your workflow and make things easier for you to work with. Alright. So study this shortcut sheet that has been made. CapCut made a good job of providing the shortcuts sheet for you, so make sure you go and study. Study through the settings and all of the effects. So if you want to select right or select left, you know, you want to zoom in and you zoom out and all of that. Okay, so if you have more than a clip on your video timeline, and you are trying to add a transition between your clips. A transition is kind of like a smooth movement from one clip to another clip. So if you are trying to add a transition to clips on your video timeline, I'm going to show you how to do it in CapCut. It's very easy. It's very easy to do in CapCut, alright. So first of all, you have your 2 clips on your timeline. I have 2 clips here that I want to make a transition for. So I'm going to go to the top of my middle library, and there's several icons here that I hear. So I'm going to click on the transition icon. So transition, when you click transition, is going to give you a list of transition. These are transition presets that I've already been installed in CapCut for you to use. CapCut is a very easy video details software to use. Because of presets like this, you don't have to start from the scratch to create transitions for your clips, like in Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve. Alright. So on this also, know that before you can use transitions on CapCut or any other effect, you have to have your PC connected to the internet. So connected to your Wi-Fi in your house, or you connected to your mobile network. Okay, before you can use CapCut, because these transitions are downloaded into your CapCut before you can use them. So, I'm going to show you how to add a simple transition to CapCut. So for this tutorial, let's use this black smoke transition. So after you click your transition icon on the top of your middle library, you're going to see a list of transitions. Whatever one you want, alright. Click on the download arrow to download it first. You're going to see it loading. Once it is done downloading, you are going to see a preview of your transition on screen. If you click it, alright, you are going to see the transition effect on your screen if you click it. So just click on your transition, drag it and drop it at the point where your 2 videos touch, alright. Then automatically your transition will be added. So let's play to see you click. You can see that our white smoke transition has been added. So let's say we want to change this white smoke to a black smoke. After downloading your transition for the black smoke, click on it, the left mouse button, drag it and add it to the end of your clips. And automatically, you have your black smoke transition added. If you want to increase the duration, of your transition, go to the Effects tab at the right of your screen and drag the duration of your transition for how long you want, and then it will basically take a longer time for your transition to happen. So this is how you can add transitions to videos. On CapCut you can add transitions to multiple clips. So you add an extra clip. You want to add the transition to it. Go click on the transition icon. Select the transition that you want. So let's use this routine transition. And then click it and add it to the point on your screen where the two videos meet. Click on the play button and watch your video transition into another video. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to animate in CapCut, also known as adding keyframes. When once in a video software or in any editing software, you get to add keyframes to automatically change the position, the scale, or any property of an object or element in your video. It is also known as animation. So I'm going to show you how to animate with CapCut. Alright, that is using your keyframes. Using keyframes you can add position properties, or skill properties, or additional properties as you desire. So in the media panel I'm going to dragging a background screen that you are going to use for this animation. So I'm going to be animating some stock assets in CapCut. So let's use this Galaxium, this fire, for an example. So simply just so this is what we are going to. We are going to animate the position, so we just drag it into CapCut. So if you watch as I play it, the sticker or the fire animation only plays in one position. So we are going to try to move the fire animation from one side of the screen to the other. So first of all, click your image and take it to the part of the screen where you want it to be. So let's see. You want our animation to start from here. Alright. And then on the right hand side of your screen, you have your Effects tab, right? You have your Effects tab, and then you want to add a position property so that we can move this sticker animation from the left hand side to the right hand side. So come to this, you see this diamond icon here. If you hover around it shows you at keyframe right. So we're going to set our initial position, which is at the edge of the left hand side of the screen. So you are going to click. But once you click, if you zoom into your timeline, you're going to see this diamond icon. Alright, so let's see if we want this thing to move. In about 1 second, we want our sticker to move to the other end of the screen. Okay, and we move it. So now if you notice on the 1 second mark, you will notice another new keyframe. So this is the final keyframe. So by adding keyframes, you can add an initial position for an object and add the final position for the object. If you want a position to move, you want an object, CapCut, or a video or an image to move from one end of the screen, or to rotate from one end of the screen to another. Go to the initial part of the screen, click and add the position keyframe. You can either use the numbers of the position, or you use your mouse, click and drag it to the final position. Alright, then watch your animation please. So let's see. Have you seen? So I was able to move phone end of the screen to the other. So let's try this with another animation. Let's try this with an image. Okay, so let's add an image to a timeline. And let's add a skill and emission with using keyframes right. So we have skill here. You can see on the right hand side is skill. So we want you to start from 0 to 100. Want to scale the image from 0 scale, which is like the smallest size to the biggest size. Okay, so we add an initial keyframe at the 0.0 time on our timeline. And take the scale of our image down to 0, right? Okay, and then let's go to the 3-second mark. And then let's say on the 3-second mark, we want our video to scale back to fill up the screen. Right, so I want skills to fill up the screen. You can see that we have 2 keyframes. Alright, so let's go back and play and see how this animation works. Do you see that okay? Do you see how easy it is to animate on CapCut? Alright, okay. So let's say we want to add another position key. We want to add the position keyframe to our image. So we want to see our image sliding from the right to the left, so I did initial part. We are going to add a position keyframe. So we click the diamond icon, and then we set the initial position to the right hand side of the screen. Okay, then at the 3-second mark, we are going to bring it to the center, as you can see. So we use our mouse to move. You can either use the mouse or use the numbers on your screen. So if you increase the number, you can see your image slowly moving to the left or to the right. So if you take this number down to 1000, okay, we can see it slowly moving to the left. So what we are going to use our mouse and drag it to the final position. So let's watch this animation. Have you seen using keyframes? Okay, so that is how to add keyframes in CapCut. First of all, dragging your image or your video, if you have it on the timeline, and then on the Effects tab. On the Effects panel on the right hand side, every icon that has, every property that has a diamond ship icon, it means that that property can be animated for that element. Okay, so you can animate the skill, you can animate the position, you can also animate the rotation, you can also animate the blend mode of any element in CapCut. Okay. So that basically is for how to add keyframes and how to animate inside of CapCut. I'm going to show you how to add audio to your video files in CapCut and also syncing them together. I will also show you how to add text effects and then audio effects to your video edits. Okay, so first thing we want to do is to drag in our video files. I have some video files downloaded here, and I'm going to drag them to our timeline. I have 3 video files. And then the second thing I want to do here is dragging my audio file. You can hear it playing in the background. So I'm just going to drag it under my video file. Understand that one of the things that make CapCut an easy software to use is that you can just simply drag and drop features. Okay, you want to add something to your timeline, video effect and an effect or a text. You just click on the icon, then drag and drop. So this is one of the features that makes CapCut super easy for anyone to use. So as you can see, I have simply just dragged in my audio, my video and my audio first. So let's see how the video and the audio play together. Okay, so for this edit, I am going to split this video and bring the second video closer. Where the audio has the second drop, I am going to bring in the second video. So let's play this video again. Do. Okay, so well, after the keyboard please. We're going to press our B shortcut on your keyboard and then split this video then. you can simply delete it and bring this audio closer. So let's play the back and see how it goes. Do you see that? Have you seen how you are able to simply sync in your audio and video together? And then make amazing edits. Okay, so let's just shift it a bit. So let's add another video. Okay, so now I have shown you how to add your audio to your timeline. Okay, let's say you wanted to add an effect. Let's see, like an audio effect to your video. Okay, let's see for this. Want to make a simple transition for this video. So go to animation on our right hand side of the screen and find the one that fits. So we want is swing right. Okay. Yeah, so let's add that. Okay, so let's play it back and see how it goes. Okay, so for this effect, we are going to match it with an audio sound effect. So show how you add that is go to your audio. Click on your audio and then go. We have music now, we have sound effects. So click on sound under the sound effects tab. And then there's a search bar so you can type in any. You can type in any sound effects that you want. So for this video effect that we added, we want to use a whoosh sound. Okay, whoosh sound. So we type whoosh and we click on enter to search. So it gives those many options. So whoosh, so let's play it and see the one that fits. So we are going to just use the first one. So click and drag to your timeline. And you can see that your audio effect has been added successfully. So let's play it back and see. So you just reduce the volume of the audio a bit. And then let's go back again. So have you seen how you can add audio effects and audio files to your video project in CapCut? So first thing you do is you drag in. Is it simple drag and drop? Is a simple drag and drop step. So you drag in your video first, and then you drag in your audio. And then if you need any video effects on your videos, go to the right hand side and you can click on animation, and then pick any animation you want. Just drag. You can click on it and it's going to add automatically. And for your audio effect, you can go to the audio effects tab, click on sound effect and search for any sound effect that you want. Okay, so moving on. I'm going to show us how to add text and text effect to CapCut. So let's say you want to add a text to this video. How we do that is very simple. Go click on your text and you see default text. We have different kind of text settings in CapCut. We have the default text settings. That comes with presets. Then we have text effects that are already pre-made for you to use. And then we have text templates. You know, this already animated types of text that we can add. Okay, so let's go to a text. And click on default text and drag it to your timeline. Okay, so automatically our text has been added to our video. Right, so if you want to add this text, you can just simply double click on the text in your video viewport, or you go to your right hand side where you see default text here, and then you can delete and add a new. And add a new text or write. So all your text settings can be found on the right hand side. All your text effect settings and found your right hand side. So don't make this boot and then make it capital letters. Okay, then let's reduce the spacing in between bits. Okay, so let's take this text somewhere here. And then let's add an effect. So with our text selected, let's go to animation. Right-click on animation. And then you are going to see different types of text effects. Okay for this. So we have text effect that bring the text in. And text effect that take the text out of your screen. So to bring the text effect in, let's look for a simple text effect that will work. So I think this one works. Okay, so let's use this one. So we can simply click and then detect effect to be added automatically. Alright, so let's play the video from the beginning and see. Do you see that? So let's do the outro for this text. So click on out, you're going to see in and out. So click on out and then look for and effects to take your text out of the screen. Okay, if you wanted to add, if you want to make your text effect last longer. You see this place that says duration. So for your intro text, you can pull on these arrows, either to the left or to the right, to increase or reduce the duration of your text effects. So let's play back our text and see the effect that we have added. So let's shift it forward a bit. Oh my god. Okay, so basically that's how you can add text in CapCut with text effect. So let's say you wanted to do a lowered head, and then you wanted to add no more interesting motion or movement to your text effects. There are different kinds of text effect that you can use. So if you scroll through, there's a ton of text effects available for you to use. This is one of the things that make CapCut really easy to use. Alright. There are many text effects that are free, that you can simply drag and drop on your timeline. And then you have your video ready to use. Okay, so we have. This is the text I want to use. Let's use this one, so just simply drag and drop. Okay, just simply drag and drop your text. Click it, and then let's resize it. You can also edit the content of this text effect. Okay, you can also edit the content of this text effect. So, okay, so let's edit. So good. Always go to the right hand side of the CapCut to see the effect settings. For every property that you add to read an image, video, or text, or an effects. Basically go to the right hand side of CapCut and you're going to see the settings to make changes or adjustments to any property that you add to your cap container. So let's play this text effect that we just added to see how it plays. So I don't think the text was correct. Okay, so let's play it back. So you can make it longer as long as you want. Okay, so that's basically how to add text and text effect on CapCut. If you scroll through your text templates, if you click on text template here and scroll through, you're going to see a ton of text effects to add. You can simply drag and drop whichever one fits your video. And then you can simply drag and drop and make changes. So let's go to the end of our video. So basically, that's how to add text and text effects in CapCut. Okay, so if you after adding your text after adding your audio to your video file in CapCut, if you wanted to edit your audio in CapCut, there are simple things that you can do. So let's say like your audio is longer than your video and wanted to trim it. You can simply use the trim settings that we taught you from the first that I showed you from the first part of the video. You can either click and drag from the end of your audio to where you want the audio to end, or you can simply just click on the split icon on the top of your video timeline to split it, or you use the B shortcut on your keyboard and then go to where your playhead is, then you click to split. Okay. And so that is how you would trim an audio in CapCut. But if you wanted to like let's say you have streamed your audio and let's play this video system. Okay, you see how the video ends automatically. We want to add a feed to your audio so that the video doesn't end automatically. So you can simply just zoom into your timeline by pressing Ctrl and scrolling in with your mouse wheel. Or you go to the search icon on the top left. On the top right of your video timeline. Then drag the slider either to the right or to the left to zoom out. By doing so, it zooms out, corresponding to where your video playhead is. You're right. It was going to zoom in or out on that position. So just click and go in. Then you're going to see a small dot at the end of your audio. You can click and drag the dot to create a feed. Alright, so now let's play back on our video and see how it plays. Alright, you see how our videos. You see how our audio slowly fades out on the video without cutting immediately and giving me some kind of ambience. So let's play it back again. Okay, so if there's another way to do this. You can go to the top right corner of CapCut and then you're going to see your audio settings. You can either drag in the fade out slider, okay, or you can go to the beginning of your clip if you want the audio to start playing slowly. You can drag in the feed in slider. Okay, so that's how to add audio effects in CapCut. If you had like audio recording and you wanted to change the voice, or the speed of your recording, you can try out other settings. You can click on voice users, and if you just click, the effect will be applied automatically. So you can click on voice characters. You can click on singing voices. You can change the speed of your audio. So understand that the more the speed of your audio is, shorter it would become. So basically, that's how to add audio effects to your audio files. In CapCut, it's pretty easy. Select your audio. Always go to the right-hand side of your audio. To see the settings you can boost. You can reduce the noise if you have so much background noise in your recording. You can normalize the loudness. You can balance out the levels. So that some parts of your audio don't become louder than some parts. You can add the feeding at the feed out. You can also increase the volume or reduce the volume of your audio in cap codes, and then you can change the voice in. If you have an audio recording, maybe you did if you do a podcast you are editing. You can change the voice, and change the voice cut that. You can also change the speed of your audio, which in turn changes the duration and the pitch. Alright, so that's basically how to add audio and then edit. Add effects to your audio files in CapCut. So let's say you have a video in CapCut and you're trying to add some extra effects or filters to make your video more interesting. CapCut makes this very easy. So all you have to simply do is go to your top left bar here and you see all these icons. So you can click on the effect icon and it's going to open up a ton of pre-made effects that you can use. So these are one of the perks of using After Effects. If you are using Premiere or DaVinci Resolve, you may have to create most of this effect by yourself. Alright, but in Capital, they already pre-made effects that you can use. And you have a very good video output. So for this our video we are just okay. We are going to scroll through the types of effects just by hovering and effects. If you click the download button, it is going to automatically play the video. Alright, so let's click on drag. Let's click, drag and drop this feeding effects on our first clip. And let's see how it plays. Okay, you see how the video slowly feeds in. Alright, okay. Let's see if we can find another effect to add to our video to make it nice, so let's try this. The net effect. So drag it and drop on your timeline. And also the length of the effect. You can also stretch it out for the rest of your video clip, okay. So just stretch it out. And then the effect will be there on the rest of your video clip. You can. So, apart from dragging your effect and ID to the timeline, you can also drag and add it directly to your video. Okay, if you want the effect only affect one video, you can drag it and drop it to your video, to the particular video you want it to affect. Alright, without it affecting the rest of the clip in your timeline. If you have, let's say for example, you have videos stacked up together, okay. Let's say you have videos stacked up together like this. If you apply for an example, let's delete the effect under this. If you applied a feeding effect, Okay, so if you want your effect to affect only one clip, or only one portion of your video, let's say you had an image Let's say you had an image on top of your video, like somewhere here. And you only want your effect to affect just the clip on the all right. You can go to your effects, and then go to where you have your effects. Drag it and drop it only on the video that you want. Okay, if you play it back, it only affects the video on that, it doesn't affect the photo on top. And that is how you can add effects. So you can go on to add, you can search by meme. You can search for different types of effects. And then just drop and drop. And then okay, so you can add different types of effects. Just click and drop, then it's going to add. Okay. Just scroll down to anyone that you like. And then you can simply drag and drop. So if you want open eyes, you can simply just drag and drop. Then you see that? So that is how to add effects in CapCut. You can also add filters. Filters are basically already made color grading that you can add your videos even without editing them. So let's say this is the original color grid of your video. You want it to look more cinematic, right? You want it to look more cool and more cinematic. So you can drag a filter and add it. And then automatically the video looks cool, right? This looks like a movie from the Avengers, just by adding a filter. Okay. Also, you can turn on and off layers in CapCut. You can turn on and off layers in CapCut. Go to the right left hand side of your layer. You're going to see this hide truck. You can hide. So instead of delete if you don't want it tracked, if you don't want a layer to be visible on your timeline, instead of you deleting it, you can come here, click this icon to hide it. If you want to lock a layer, just click on the lock icon here to lock a layer. It's not going to move when you drag it, right? So that is how you can turn on and off layers, and also lock and unlock layers in CapCut. Okay, so I've shown you how to add effects and filters. In CapCut, there are different types of filters you can try. You can try this, depending on the view that you want to give your video. Maybe your video was shot with a very bad quality, or you want to give it another type of view. Just drag and drop any filter that you want under the filter icon or under the effect icon, and add it to your video timeline. And that is how you add effects in CapCut. I'm going to show you a simple trick to split scenes in CapCut automatically. Let's say you have a postcard video that has different sitting positions and different people speaking, right? Or you have a video that has a combination of multiple shots of an environment or an era of a character. Right, let's look at this video. It has, I think, for about scenes. So this one scene, this is second scene, this is third scene, and then this is the last scene. So if you wanted to split these videos into their different scenes, with the different characters and the different things that they are doing, there's a way CapCut makes it easier for you. With just a click of a button, you can split all these for scenes into different scenes. So all you have to simply do is right click on your video timeline, and go to split scenes. Then click on split scenes, give CapCut some time, and then it's going to automatically split the scenes into the different videos. So now you see that it has successfully splitted our scene. Into different. So we can now move our differences to different positions on our timeline. So this is a very useful feature in CapCut. If you don't want to waste the time of going individually to splitting, you can just use the automatic scene splitting feature in CapCut. Alright, so again, just right click on your video in your video timeline and click on split scenes to split. CapCut automatically split your scenes, your video into the different scenes using. You know is going to go through your video and check out the differences that in your video and automatically split them for you. Alright, without you having to do it manually. I'm going to teach you how to collaborate and add lots to your footage in carpets. Okay, so a lot is also known as a lookup table. You know, if you are used to collaborating in other softwares, or if you have not heard of the word lot before. What it basically means in video editing is color correcting and adding tunes to your video. Depending on how your video has been shot. Sometimes the true picture or the true tone or the true color that you want of how you want your video to look might not be there, and you need to do a little bit of color grading, color correction and color grading to your video to bring out the beautiful colors that are already in the shirt. So we have this video here, and we are going to use it as an example. 2. To call upgrade OK. So we have a simple video here that we have, and we are going to use it to and we are going to try a little bit of color grading. So, if you want to add a lot to your video file in CapCut, you can simply just go to your adjustment tab and imports a LUT 5, probably that you downloaded from the internet, and you have it available on your PC in Cube or 3D format. If you don't have that, you can create your own Call of Duty and create your own loads. Be set OK. So first of all, let's see, we have this video here on. So let's reduce the exposure a bit. OK, and give it a little bit of contrast to add more richness and more darkness to the areas that are dark. And then it has a little bit of yellows and reds inside. So just turn off the reds a bit. Just a bit by using coves. And then let's go to the hue, saturation and lightness tab. That is what HSL stands for. So go to the orange and saturate it a bit, just to give it the original tonal right. And then you're going to add some blues. Click on the blue tab and add some blues. And then let's go back to reduce the temperature for image. And if you see the original and the after, the original looks a little bit too bright and orange or yellowish. But after you have added some adjustments, we have reduced some of the brightness and taking out some of the yellowish, reddish tones in the video. OK. So this is how to color grade. So simply go to adjustment tabs. You have different settings that you can use to make your color grades. You know, to reduce the saturation, the exposure, the contrast, the highlights. You know you have your huge situation and lifestyle, where you can turn on or the saturate specific color tones in your video. Then you can do the same with calls, where you can increase the colors in bright or lighter areas of your video. So after making your edit, if you want to save this as a preset, so that you don't have to redo these settings every time, for a new video you click Save as Preset, and you automatically save as preset. OK. And then if you go back to your adjustment tab on your left hand side and you click on preset, you are going to see your you're going to see your adjustment settings in all of the presets that you have there. So this is something that you can try out if you can go on the internet and learn how to calibrate images or videos. And then you come into CapCut and learn how to do it with videos. Okay. So practice is very important if you are going to master the art of calibrating and applying lots of presets to your video file. So basically lot presets are already, color gradient presets that you can add automatically. So if you click on filters, CapCut's automatic already has some loads that you can use and add. Okay, that you can use. So by just clicking through, we have different pieces that you can add to your video automatically without doing any color reading on your own. So that's basically how to do color grading and applying those files to CapCut to videos inside of CapCut. So let's say you have a couple of videos in your timeline, images arranges, and you want to bring in another video. Okay, you become several ways of doing this. You can scale down your video and add it to your timeline, but you can see that when you scale down your video, you reduce the size right, and that way your video can no longer fill in the screen and it doesn't look nice. So you better way of doing this, bringing in another video, another image into your scene without reducing the size of the image is by masking the image. All right. Masking simply means hiding some parts of the image that is part of the original image. Okay, so you have video. You can hide one side of the video without reducing the size of the video. That's what masking physically means in CapCut. So let's say you have your video on your timeline and you want to mask. Okay. All you can simply do is go to the right hand side where you have all these effects, and then under the main effects that are written in boot letters, you're going to see basic remove BG. And then we have mask, so click on the mask icon, and then it's going to give you a couple of presets that you can use. Alright, so you're going to see two sections of the ships that you see. There's a ship in ash color and black. Alright. Oh, what that simply means is the area in ash color. That is the area that will show. Alright. So if you are going to drag this on top of your image, or double click it, if you are going to double click this and add it to your video, only the middle portion of your video is going to be visible, right? So let's add it and let's use the mirror masking mode. So you double click it to add your video, and then you see that only the middle portion of your video shows, right? Let's say you want the top or the bottom part alone to show. You can double click, and then only the top part of your video, of your original video, be visible, so the ash area of the mask is the area that will be visible when the mask is applied to your video. So this one is a square with a circle inside, and the mask, the ash area in the circle, is the area that of your video that will be visible. You can always stretch it out, so you can mask in a circle. Let's undo that. So understand that your masks are also editable. So when you add a mask, you can drag it either upwards. You can also add a feather to your mask. You can drag it either upwards or downwards. So click on the white line of your mask to resize your mask to make it bigger or smaller. Then you see these two upward arrows. You can add a feather to it. Okay. And then for the rotating arrows, you can rotate your mask. Okay, so let's see. Okay. So you can bring your marks down, or you take it up to show to videos. Okay, so that's basically how to add marks. You can add several videos layout on top of your video. And then you can mask it out. Mask it. Bring it message to the bottom side. Let's take this one a little bit upwards. And then you can see how you have 3 videos masks. Right. So you can max and have 3 videos playing on screen at the same time. So that is the advantage of masking videos. You can hide or show parts of the video without reducing the size of the videos in the clip that you have. Alright. So that's basically how to mask in CapCut. So go to the right hand side of your screen. Check on the Marks tab. Click it, and then you're going to see the mark setting for your video. You can click on the white lines to adjust. And then I'm going to teach us about blend modes. Alright, what are blend modes? Blend modes are modes for videos that you can use to hide or show. You know, the light or dark parts of a video. For example, let's drag this on our timeline. You see this fire. So if you add a blend mode to this video, you can change what part of the video you want to show. Right, so this video has a dark carpet, which is the dark side you see, and the light part, which is the fire that is burning. If you wanted to hide the white spots and show the dark part, or if you want to hide the dark part and show the white part, you are going to use blend modes. So let me show you an example of what blend mode can do. So you have your video selected. Click on Basic on the right hand side. Then you scroll down, you see Blend Right. Yeah, so this blend mode. So you click on the default. And then it's going to show you a drop down of the different blend modes, right? So, and if you add a screen blend mode, screen blend mode is going to hide all the dark parts of your image. Alright, so let's add it and we'll see. You see automatically all the dark parts of your images. Only the bright parts, which is the fire that is showing. Okay. Have you seen how the blend mode has transformed? So mask and blend modes means different things. So a mask, you use it to hide portions of the entire video, alright? Yeah, the X and Y properties of the video use a mask to hide. But if you are trying to hide more interesting things, like the bright parts of the darker parts of the video, you know, if you wanted to hide the bright or dark parts of the video with a mask, it will be difficult to do that. That is why we have blend modes. So if you change his screen blend mode to multiply, you know automatically it takes out all the bright parts of the video and shows only the dark parts. That's why this video is dark. Okay, as you can see now, so the difference between screen and multiply. Screen will hide the dark path and show you the white path. Why multiply or hide the white parts and show you the dark parts of your video? Okay. And then you can try all the blend most like overlay. You can try without blend with like darken, soft lights and collarbone, right? So these are different blend modes that you can try when you're trying to blend two videos together by hiding the dark or bright parts. And that is what you use blend mode for. So you can try this with several other videos that you might have. You know, so no matter what I choose to you, it will make more sense only if you actually practice it and try out the tutorials on your own, alright? So try out how to use blend modes in your videos and see how that will make your video more beautiful. In this tutorial, I'll be learning how to remove green screen in CapCut. Alright, so there's a way to add extra elements or overlays on top of your videos in CapCut. Okay, so let's say you have a video and then you wanted to add text behind your video. You want to add text behind your video. And then you want to add text behind a character. I want object in your video. But the object has a green screen. One of the ways you can add objects or text or elements behind an object in CapCut is by recording the objects in green screen and then importing its CapCut. Then you use the CapCut green screen removing tool to remove the green screen. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to remove green screens in CapCut. So you have your video here. We have our cut here. But our cut has a green screen and a lay right. So first thing you want to do is import our video into the layer. Click on your video. Then go to the right where you have our effects. Then you go to remove BG right. And then you click on chroma key OK. And once you click on chroma key, it would just going to turn on this color picker icon. Then you just have to move it to the area of the video that has a green screen. I click it. And then just like that you have your green screen out. So let me change this background to white so that we can see. Okay, as you can see our green screen has been removed. Okay, so for your green screen, you can show the intensity of the green screen remover so that you can remove the edges that are still present. So you can stretch out the intensity of your green screen to remove the edges. Now you have a complete video with just the cuts. And then you can go for that to add some text in the back. Okay. And then let's give it a dark color. And then let's call this My Cuts. You can see how our green screen has been removed. Let's give this up a bit. Okay. So you see. So just like that you can take out green screen from a video and add text. So previously where this green screen was not removed, you will still have your green screen. You cannot add text behind an object in CapCut. So when you remove your screen, the green screen, you can always add text behind an object. So if you want to cut out an object cap code, you can always record it behind a green screen. Important in CapCut. Use the chroma key to take out the green screen. So I'm going to show you another example. We all see these effects that YouTubers use at the end of their videos to tell the viewers to subscribe and like that video. So usually contain the green screen format, where you can take out the green screen and really have to, and only have the elements alone. So simply select a video, go to the chroma key. But once you click it, it becomes active. So just take it into your green screen and select, and is automatically going to take out the green screen. Alright then, you can now resize the effect. And let's see it play. Have you seen that? So this is without the green screen. And this is with the green screen. So this is how to remove green screens in CapCut. There are also other types of screens called blue screens. If you want to take out blue screens, you see the same process, right? Click on your chroma key and select is automatically going to remove the blue screen. Okay. So just make sure that you could use any color, but mostly blue and green. Okay. Because these are colors that can easily differentiate the subject and the background. Okay, could you use white? You might take out some other parts of the video that you don't want to be taken out. So use a green screen or a blue screen in case you want to cut out a person or object inside of CapCut. Okay, so you can see this effect work for both the blue screen and the green screen. Let's play our video to see. So that is how to simply remove grey screens with the chroma key and CapCut. So let's move on to speed curves, freeze and reverse frames in CapCut. How to use a speed curves, how to use speed ramps, then how to freeze and reverse frames in CapCut. So I'm going to delete this. And then I'm going to import the video I want to use. So we have this video of a child running. Okay. We have this video of each other running. Yeah, so we are going to add a speed curve to this video. So what we do is click on your video, go to your right hand side and go to where you see speed. Click on speed. So we have two kinds of speed. You can simply we have the standard speed, where you can speed up the entire part of the video. You get to speed it up and the video becomes faster. Or we have the corso with the calls. You can add speed to different portions of the video. It is called speed ramp. You can discuss speed ramp. So you can add like a speed ramp, where the speed goes slowly, or goes fastly, or goes quickly, you know. A speed ramp where the speed goes slowly or quickly. Alright, you can. The speed can be variable in each part of the video. So we want is a vision where the boy comes in fast and then runs slowly out of the frame. Okay. So let's just try the various speed ramps. Before we now add the custom speed ramp. So let's try the montage here. Just click and play a video. Have you seen? So okay, so I'm going to explain the speed ramp. If you look on the left, on the right hand side of the screen, you're going to see the motion of the speed ramp. So from here, at 1x speed is the normal speed of the video, but when it gets to a certain point, the speed ramps up to 9 or 8x. And then it goes back slowly to 0.1x, which is like minus 10 times speed. And then it goes back to normal. So he's going to play through this is normal. This is fast, this is slow, this is normal. Okay, so let's try another speed jump. Let's try the bullets. Let's try the jump codes. Okay. So you can try out different speed ramp mode. You can also add a custom speed ramp. Let's see. So you just click on custom and you can modify where you want the video to be fast or slow. So let's say for this beginning path, you want it to be slow, you want it to be normal. Then you want it to go slow. More at about here. Yeah. I want it to be slow till about here. Then from here, we want it to be fast. Okay, so let's see. It's not slow enough, you need to bring it lower. Domestic is a high beat. As she used to decide. You see, so you can add a speed ramp in between videos. So let's make this guy run as fast as Flash. Okay. We'll make him run normal. Then he'll run fast and you go back to normal. So you look like his Flash. So let's see how the video goes. Okay, so that's basically how to add a speed ramp. You can add like custom modifications to the speed, different parts of your video. You can make it quicker, you can make it slower, you can make it shorter, you can make it longer, okay. So you can see how we turn this boy to Flash, to the Flash medium. Run fast and then go back to his normal speed. So you can apply this to any type of video that you want. Let's see, we have a host video here. So just click on your video, go to speed, add a custom call, and then so that's basically how to add a speed curve or speed ramp in After Effects. So that's basically how to add a speed curve or speed ramp in CapCut. So we're going to look at adding freeze and reverse frames in CapCut. So let's go to speed. Let's take out our custom. Let's go to speed, so our speed ramp is still here. But we want to add a freeze frame, right? Let's say around here you want to add a free frame here. Click on the video and on top your timeline. There are several icons, okay. You can add a marker to indicate where you want to add your fish frame. So let's add a marker to show this, where you want our fish frame. Then click on the fish frame, this big rectangle with the lines by the side. Click it to add a freeze. So you basically freeze a video. And then it continues playing, okay. Yeah, that is how you add a freeze frame. And also, if you wanted to reverse this video, so just right-click the scenario to add the freeze frame. You can right-click on your video, then you go to edit. Then you would freeze. OK is going to automatically freeze before it plays. Or if you want to add a reverse frame, click and edit. Go to reverse in CapCut is automatically going to reverse your video, is going to play it from back to front. So let's play it and see. Yeah, adding captions and subtitles to videos in CapCut. CapCut has a feature that allows you to automatically add captions and subtitles to your videos with just a click. So let's say you have a video like I do now on CapCut. I took this video off of YouTube just for the sake of this tutorial. I do not own the rights to this video. So you have a video, and then you are trying to automatically generate captions and subtitles for your videos. Captions or subtitles would be the written text of whatever audio is being played back your video. So this written text will appear on screen as the words are being said in the video. So all you have to do is you have your video here, imported already. Go to the left-hand side of CapCut at the top left. And then you're going to see where it is written captions. So click and then at the bottom right, you're going to see a button that says generate. So by simply clicking generate, you can automatically create captions for your online videos on TikTok and Instagram, on YouTube Shorts and all of that. Okay, so we have our video here. You can see it playing, it plays, but it doesn't have captions or subtitles on this video, so let's click on generate to add the subtitles and captions. So a video in CapCut. So as you can see, it has an automatic caption generating feature and doing that. So let's get up to 100%. Okay, so it is don't generate in our captions. So if you zoom in by holding Control on your keyboard, and using your scroll wheel on your mouse. If you have a mouse, so scroll in and zoom in or out of your video timeline. So as you can see, our captures has been successfully generated by CapCut. So let's play back the video and see markers for one composition, and basically copy and paste them, or run through all the values and apply them to another composition instantly. So as you can see, our caption has been automatically generated for this video. So let's say we wanted to reedit our captions and add effects of our captions. So all we have to do is drag along our timeline to select our captions, then go to the top. Go to the right hand side of CapCut where we have our templates and effect settings. Click on templates and then you can now see different template settings that you can apply for your captions. You want to run it quick. Interesting way that your captions and your subtitles will appear on your video. This is how you do it. So we have different style. Just go down through them and select anyone that you think will fit your video style. Okay, let's click this and see. Okay, so that is basically how to add captions and subtitles in CapCut. Also, if you have a lyric video and you want to automatically add lyrics to your video, you can use the same settings and the same process. Just click on captions and go to where you have auto lyrics and click on generate. It is automatically going to generate the lyrics for your video without you having to type it in. You can also manually add captions by importing an SRT file that has already been developed, and you have your captions inside your SRT file. Okay, so that's basically how to add captions and subtitles in backwards, so give it a try. Important video that has some speech, and then use the auto caption generating feature in CapCut to generate your captions. Let's say you are done editing your video instead of CapCut and you are ready to export. I'm going to show you how to export. Is very easy. How to export on cardboard. So depending on the type of video, on the social media platform where your video be posted, the Xbox settings might be different. Okay, so first of all, understand that whatever aspect we show, that whatever is aspect ratio of your video view parts, which is your central, where you view your video as it please, that is how your video is going to export out of CapCut. Okay, so if you want a 16:9 video aspect ratio, make sure you change the video aspect ratio before you export. Okay, so if you want this in Instagram in landscape format, if you want this in portrait format, so make sure you come and change the aspect with you. Then scale your video to size before you export. Okay, so however your video looks like in your video viewport, that is how it's going to look like when you export. But once you're done with this setting, go to the top right part in CapCut and you're going to see the export button or icon highlighted in light blue, and click on it. It's going to bring up this small window and you can put up your settings. So first of all, you're going to set up the name for your video and then set up the directory where you want your video to be saved. So you go to your documents and you want that to be saved in your documents. Select the video resolution automatically. CapCut is going to select the video resolution for you. But however your video was imported into CapCut, that will be the default export settings. So let's see, if you want to export, then you do 1080p. Every other settings will be automatic, all right. And then you can quickly just click on export. If you want the audio of your video file to be exported differently, make sure to click on the audio checkbox. Okay, if you want the audio of your exported video to be exported separately, click on the audio checkbox before you click on export. If you also want a GIF file that you can use as a cover for your video, make sure you click on the checkbox and then you click on Xbox Allow. Then you allow CapCut to do the exporting and then you are done. Also try to find out the resolution and the video sizes for the different social media platforms that you are going to be exporting in. I'm going to post the resolution sizes for the different social media platform on the screen so that you can see it. But make sure you go through them and understand the different video sizes for all the different social media platform that your video will be posted. So now your video has been exported successfully. And if you click on Open Folder, it is going to take you to the directory where your video has been exported to. You don't have to go around and start looking for where you were seeing OK. So just simply click on Open Folder here. And then it's going to take you to direction where your video has been exported. In this photo, you are going to see the audio for your video. And then the GIF file for your exported video, alright. So you can simply click on your video to play. Okay, so now let's go back to CapCut. If you are logged into your social media account, like TikTok or YouTube, you can automatically click on any of these buttons. Signing and your video automatic would be posted directly to YouTube from CapCut, alright. You don't have to go to your diary and upload it manually to YouTube. You can upload a video straight from CapCut to your YouTube channel or to your TikTok account. Alright, so take note of these settings when you are exporting. Make sure that the aspect ratio of your video in your video viewport matches with the aspiration you have in mind, alright. If you want it in landscape, make sure whatever you are seeing in this video area where your video please is in landscape. You change and make sure you change it to landscape. And then you can have your video. When your video is exported, it's going to export in landscape mode. Alright,